I am Daniela, and welcome back to René Paris. If you want to follow me on my personal Instagram, it is at Texas Wig Fairy. Gonna wait just a few minutes as we wait for people to join. Today we are going to be talking messy bun and a lot of fun other styles. I have received many requests to do like the messy bun that I posted, I believe, on Facebook. The messy bun that I wear in a couple different styles. I know I've hesitated to do the video, not because I don't want to. It's just that I don't do it on a mannequin. I don't do it on a block. I do it on my head. And so it's a little difficult to show how I do it, but we're gonna work on that today, because I have had so many people want to know how I do my wig in that particular messy bun. So again, for those of you that have joined today, thank you again for joining us. I want to thank you again. We are going to be talking different hairstyles with making new looks with wigs that you already have. And I'm going to be doing some of the looks that I've worn. I haven't really shared how I do. They're just everyday looks. I'm not going to be doing after 5 hair. I'm not going to be doing, I like to call them runway because it's the runway in my life every day. But I'm going to start off with some really basic styles, and at the end of the session, I'm going to do the messy bun, and I'm doing that for a reason. I want to answer a few questions that we did have. I'm going to start off with the question that I received the most this during the holidays, and it's can you do the messy bun with just a machine-made wig? Yes, you can. We are going to be using a machine-made wig. It's not like, doesn't have to be lace front, doesn't have to be specially made. It's one of our beautiful, it's Angelica. It's one of our beautiful styles that we make in so many beautiful colors. And before I forget to remind you, if you are not familiar with René Paris, make sure that you go to reneparis.com so that you can see all our beautiful collections. Okay, so second question before I get started with our different looks is, have you seen plastic bobby pins? Yes, I have. So we all know that I can't tell you exactly where to buy these. However, these are plastic. These are the ones that I used in a couple of my, you can just Google it and you can find them. But these are plastic, just clear bobby pins. And I hope you don't hear, I hope nothing falls, but we're under construction here, so just keep them, if something does give, bear with me. But, okay, and the other is, right before I get started, and I'm sorry, I know it concerns me that no matter how many times we have shared to be very careful when you're cooking while you're wearing your wig, it happened so many times this past week. And I want to show you, if you've never seen what happens, if there is a good side to it, please understand that all I hear is we forgot we were wearing it, which is beautiful to hear about an experience wearing a wig. However, I was a little heartbroken because we did have several people, and we go over this. I think I go over this every single week, every single class I teach, everyone that I work with. Please be careful when you're cooking. Let me show you what happens. You see that? This is burnt. This is like singed. And because it's in the front, you don't know what to do there. Like, you automatically start clipping at it. I would suggest, yeah, I would say stop cooking too. Just go ahead and send me a whole lot of notes and I'll send those out too. We can just stop cooking. That would be great for me. If you have this experience, and I hope that you don't, but if you do, before you clip into this, before you just chop it and cut it off, call your hairstylist, okay? Which reminds me that we're going to be teaching classes for our licensed cosmetologists here coming really soon, and we can fix that. But those are other classes. So let me get started because I know that I've kept you waiting. I'm gonna start off with my first piece here. This is Breezy in Frozen Sapphire. This is not lace front, but I do hair just like most of you do as well. So let me just show you how this is the way the style is designed to be worn. And I love it this way too, but when I'm doing my work, yes, the outdoor heater, good. Thank you for reminding that as well. That is true. When you are under one of those heaters, you know, the heaters with the round, you do have to be careful because those get pretty hot, you know. And I kept telling the people that I was with, my family, I said, you know, I'm scared. I don't want to get too close to it because first of all, I had hair product and, well, you know, those kind of things. But up here, I just didn't want to, okay, singe it. Okay, so I'm just going to take and I do most of this with my fingers. I'm just taking a regular bobby pin. The reason I keep saying that is none of the accessories I use are special accessories. They're not designed for wigs. These are just everyday regular accessories, and I'll show you all the ones that I'm using. They don't have to be specially made, custom designed, especially for synthetic hair. They don't have, these are just everyday accessories that you can purchase anywhere that you're purchasing accessories. Yes, this is Breezy in Sapphire, Frozen Sapphire. And what I'm doing is when I'm going to pull this back, I kind of just use my finger, and there's what, I didn't create any of the baby hairs. I didn't modify anything because I really wanted to show you the looks that I create with just my fingers. Then I take this back and I kind of push it forward so that it's not so flat to the head. I just take one pin and then I kind of do this. And for those of you that of course know, I do hair, so I like it messy. I like it messy looking in the salon. But this is not lace front. This is just a machine made. And I get people that stop me all the time just to ask, first of all, who does my hair color, which is amazing. And I always just say, I don't know, I'm never there when they're doing it. However, if you'd like to try it on, we can go ahead and do that now. But if you missed it, we were just talking how to create different looks with the wigs that you already have in your collection. You can just take this to kind of just, and the reason I'm sharing this particular piece, I do get a lot of questions about this particular wig. Again, this is Breezy. I'm just twisting it, and then I kind of just pull here. And I'm just taking a regular bobby pin. And you can't see this, but I'm actually going through the whole, like where it's capless here. I'm going through and I'm actually pinning to the wig cap. And no one knows that, but it's just securing it in the event that you felt a little bit nervous. It's going to be a little bit windy. So it's not going to go anywhere because I've pinned it to the wig cap, which is a little trade secret for as a hair. Okay, so someone wants to know how to sustain the curl and pretty messy look. Yes, thank you, Sarah. So what I do is I just take a little bit of Revive. This is a René Paris product. And I kind of just spray it. And then I take a little bit of the holding spray. And I layer those a little bit. I use both products, and then I kind of just scrunch it all the way around. And then I just let it dry. Isn't that fun hair? I just love this piece. And if you don't have this in your collection, okay, the baby hairs. Okay, so what I want to show you is I have not cut into anything. I haven't cut into because I don't like sharing how to cut, especially for those of you that may not be licensed and may not know how to do. I don't want you to mess up your wig. But as you can see here, this is the baseline, so it's not lace front. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking my hand, and every wig has, there's a technical term for it, but every wig is going to have little hairs that when you do this, they kind of come out like that. But I did not cut anything. And I'm going to show you that when I do my messy bun. A lot of people think that I've taken it and cut it, but I haven't. So again, I'm just taking the hair here all the way around. Try that on your wigs. And I'm just pulling hair that's there. Like I said, there's a technical term for it, but we won't get into that because that's just the way the wigs are designed. Taking the little pin. And look at the baby hairs that are already there. I kid you not, I did not cut into this wig. And then I just take little pieces, because I understand some of you may not have any bio hair, and I understand that. You can just take it and kind of find the baby pieces that are in there. And then I kind of just do this towards the front like that. And I just love this hair. If you see me out and about, you want to try it on, just let me know. Okay, so we're going to go on to look number 2. This is Kate. And this is another style that I always get a lot of questions about. If you know, I love shorter hairstyles. And I always share this because I know we have beginners, first time wig wearers, new to wigs. So always make sure that you check your hairline and try to keep it right at your natural hairline. And if you don't know where that is, it's usually 4 fingers from the bridge of your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that sounds silly, but some of us need to know this. Then I'm going to just start, and I'm going to take a little section here. And as you notice, I try to do most of this with everything that I have, in the event that you do not have a certain comb, but if you do, I always just take our brush. You don't have to. It's quicker for me to work without implements, so. And then I'm going to just twist. Bobby pin. I'll work on those in a minute. Okay, so then I'm going to take another little section. And I'm going to twist. And again, I'm just trying to show you different options with the styles that you already have. As we go throughout the year, we're also going to be talking about how to build your collection. If you're new and you just joined, today we are sharing different looks with the wigs that you already had, just a little bobby pin. And I kind of keep them separated because I do want people to see the shading here, the root, the gradient root here. How does it feel? Let me see what we have here. How does it feel on your head? It feels fine. You know, a lot of time, the only time that I feel it feels, you have to really kind of work on the hairdo that you're working with is with the messy bun, because it creates a little bit of weight. And I'm going to show you here in a minute. I'm going to work in the front, but I'm just going to take these little pieces. Kind of see them. They're kind of messy, but that's what we love as hairstylists, end users. For those of you in our wig shops, don't forget to put one of these on display. You can do this look with a lot of different styles, but this is Kate. And if you're not familiar with our René Appearance styles, make sure you go to reneappearance.com so that you can view all our different looks. I think I'll do one more right here. Then I just pull this here. I think I need to twist that one a little bit better, but what I'm gonna do here, and you can get as fun as you want with your accessories. Today I'm just using basic accessories, just the basic bobby pin. And as I was sharing earlier, for those of you that are, and then I'm gonna kind of just pull this forward. And then I'm going to do that same little trick that I was showing you earlier with the little baby hairs. And then if you do have bio hair, and I understand you may not, but if you do, I always just kind of pull my little hair here. That's why I always share it. Sometimes, like when you call it and we're talking, I always tell you, if you don't really have to cut all your hair away, don't. There's a lot of reasons why. Just a tiny bit of bio hair. Does it feel like you have a hat on? You know, I answered that question earlier. It doesn't feel like I have a hat on. If you're new to wigs, it takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm not going to say it doesn't. I think we all know that. It's like anything else. This is a really cute. You can keep going. Here, I don't usually twist. I kind of just pull this hair and I put a pin here. And if you want to, I'm sorry, going back to the question, it takes a little bit of getting used to wearing a wig, period, but it is not at all uncomfortable. Sorry about that, guys. I am... Okay, so I am going to finish off here with just one more bobby pin. Okay, so someone is asking, do we have petite sizes? The one thing that I want to remind you is all wigs fit a little bit differently, so I know a lot of times. Okay, so I know this is a little different. I'm just gonna add, and then I'll finish answering that question. You can always just take a little hair, another hair accessory if you like. You can put a headband over this or a scarf. But this is a really cute hairstyle. It's very in fashion, and it looks very natural, and it does not have lace front. So please keep that in mind. And if you didn't notice, if you didn't see what I did earlier, let me see here. Lace front bio sits on top. Bio hair. Okay, so if you have bio hair with the lace front, let me show you. I'll show you that when I do get to a lace piece, and that's going to be my next. And I do understand what you're saying. Okay, so if you didn't see what I was doing there, whenever I'm pinning, this is a little trick that me and my great friend Tammy do. Whenever you have the wig cap on and you have the wig and you are doing an updo like that, I take the pin. I'll show you in just a minute how to do that again. Okay, so I'm going to take a short wig like this. You can do this with emery, you can do this with, there's so many styles that we have that you can do this with. Okay. I have very fine hair, so I would highly encourage you, if you do, and that's another good reason why people wear wigs. Whenever they have really fine hair, it is a great option to have alternative hair. If you're not, since you're new to wigs, please go to reneappearance.com so you can see all our different collections. If you would love the experience of trying them on, please use the locator. the Salon Locator. And if you didn't see the video last week, we did a video on verified vendors. And the reason I'm bringing that up is you can go to the locator and find someone in your area, or you can press to, I believe, the left, and you can view our online vendors. So yes, that is an amazing reason why you would want to wear alternative hair, because your hair's fine. I've been wearing wigs for 14 years. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Once you get used to them, the possibilities, choices are endless. René Paris is a fabulous brand to try. I have some lovely wigs from them. Yes. What color is this? This is Illumina R. If you are not familiar with this color, I kid you not. I shared this in my last Instagram. When I wear this color and bubblegum, I can be somewhere. I was doing the counter, writing, signing something on the counter, and I kid you not, I looked up and there were 4 people right here. If you have spent the day with me, when I tell you 10, you know what that means. It's funny, but I kid you not. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna just take it all back like this. This is not lace front. Okay, so please see, this is not lace front. There's nothing that I've cut as far as baby hairs. I haven't done anything. Yes, Moonstone is another great option. That has a beautiful pearl color. It has like an ashy blonde. Beautiful, beautiful color. So yes, that is another beautiful option. I just take the head. This is a regular headband. I would wear it like this. I mean, straight up like this with some rhinestones, but you know, I'm trying to control myself. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to push the hair back. Just, if you've never done this before, just remember you do have to be a little bit careful here because you don't want to push the wig off. But what's most important to me is that the color here, the gradient color, be showing. Yes, that is another good suggestion. If you have not tried a wig with a lighter, like a root, oh my goodness, you do not know what you're missing. And I kid you not. If you have not tried a wig with the root, this would be LR, long root, or R, rooted, when you're looking at our colors. If you have not tried a wig with the root, oh my goodness, get ready, because you are going to fall in love with wigs again. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm just taking a little comb. Let me take this because it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to take our little brush, because it has a little, and I'm just going to take tiny pieces of hair. And I'm just, if you'll notice, the more you do this, and I hold this because I don't want to pull too much hair out here. Okay, so I'm just taking this right here. This is our little comb here, and I'm just taking it and taking little pieces of hair. Please keep in mind, I mean, I'm not trying to take a bunch out because I just want, and then I take the brush. But I think I wear this, I wear this because this particular piece, so Susie, thank you. Yes, I see that you do have that piece on. Okay, thank you for sharing that. She says she has many beautiful styles, many beautiful colors, and she loves everything that's available. So, okay, so Shirley, this is a custom-made piece that I had done for myself. And if you, for those of you that are looking for something similar, you can use Kate to do this. You can use Emery. You can use, trying to think of what else would be in this. You can use Billy to do this as well in Illumina R or Bubblegum. Okay, so here it is. This is probably one of my most favorite hairstyles to be wearing, because if there's anyone who is really struggling with hair loss, this is just, it just shocks them that it's a wig. I can see why. Okay, so next style is Jaden. And I know I have, at the very end, I'm going to do the messy bun, but I did want to show you this because this is another great option. And the reason I'm showing this one is because this is lighter in density, which makes a difference. This one is partial mono, so it's going to have lace front here, and it has the part. However, you could do this with just a piece that doesn't have that particular feature. Okay, so I'm going to start off with like, okay, so here we were talking about having lace in the front and then the hair on the, if you have bio hair, I always just pull this back like this. And if you haven't worn a wig cap, a wig liner, this is another accessory that I highly suggest for you to wear to contain your hair underneath the wig. If it's uncomfortable, maybe you need to try the wig liner so that your hair is contained, and that helps make the experience, it's a better experience because you're not having to mess with your hair. Even if you have really short bio hair like I do here in the outer perimeter. I have other hair, longer hair here, but it's just something that I've learned that I absolutely am always going to wear a wig liner. Okay, so first I'm going to take my bangs here, what I call a bang section. It doesn't really have bangs, however, and I am just using little elastics that look like, I hope you can see this. It's just like a, these are not rubber bands, these are the little elastics, sorry. So I'm going to take a section of hair here, and notice how there's no baby hair, none, and it looks really natural. And then I usually just leave a little bit of hair here. I don't want it to, you know, to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to make a little ponytail. You could wear the ponytail like that, but since I'm a little older, I'm going to just take it I'm just building a little bit of texture here. You can also just pull this so it's not so and you kind of just play with it like that. And then I'm just going to take a regular bobby pin. And that's just, again, this is just everyday hair. It's just a fun look. It's fun and youthful, and I just can't get over this beautiful color. And what I like about Jaden, yes, this is Jaden in Plumberry Jam LR, the long root. And if you're not familiar with this style and the color, please go to our YouTube channel where we do explain the difference between rooted colors and long roots. But this is a long root. Okay, so that's just one look. Then I want to show you something that I started doing with this particular piece because I wanted to wear bangs, but I didn't want to cut in to the bang. So what I did was I just took, you could do the same thing, like you could take it, let me take this out because I'd rather use bobby pins. It'll make it a little bit flatter. Okay, so using the same section, let me take a little bit down here. I'm going to use the same section here. And I kind of just comb through it like that just to kind of see where the hair is falling. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 bobby pins. I'm going to take one on this side and pin it. And I'm going to take one on this side and pin it so that the hair doesn't come loose in a minute, and you'll see why in a minute. You can pin it too, but I don't really want it to be so structured. So without having, you can put more bang as, I mean, you can make a really heavy bang, but what I don't want to do is I don't want to cut into my bangs, but I just wanted a little bit more. And this is a little tip that I show some of our younger wig wearers, you know, some of our teens that want just a little bit of bang, but they don't want to cut into the particular piece. So I just used the 2 bobby pins to kind of create that look there. And you can also, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a really light bun. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to separate the hair in the front here so that I don't include it in the bun, the little bun in the back. And as I turn around, bear with me, I don't have a mirror in the back to see how this is going to, hopefully you can see better there. I'm trying to get the, sorry, the lighting kind of jumps. Okay, so is that too dark, you guys? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put a little clamp for now. I'm just doing this while I do the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, and I'll turn around to show you this, is I'm going to just take a regular rubber band. Let me turn around so you can see this. Okay, on the side here, if you'll notice, I'm going to just pull the hair here so that it's not so tight, and here so that you can't see this. Then here, oops, did I miss a piece? I am going to take, I'm just taking a regular low comb. And then I'm going to take a regular bobby pin. Okay. Then in the front here, so that it's not so flat to my head. I know you've seen this in some of my other, and I just kind of take it and twist it. And I'm going to use a bobby pin here. And again, these are just fun looks that you can wear throughout the day, and you can also add accessories to this. I kind of just leave pieces here. And then I understand, like, a lot of times if we don't have, you know, bio hair here, I totally understand that. What I take is I just take the hair and kind of loosen it so that our skin isn't showing right here, because I know that used to make me feel really uncomfortable. So the reason I like doing this, like, particular, and you can just add, you know, something like this here. The reason I like this particular piece is because it's lighter in weight. It's lighter in weight, so it's not so top heavy if you pull it up. And I know if you've pulled your pieces up, a lot of times they feel a little bit too heavy whenever you put them up. But just keep in mind, this is just something it's an everyday look that just gives you a different look. And I know that whenever you're putting styles up, it makes you just feel more natural. Like, it makes you feel like the wigs they're part of you, you know. I know that's my sister always tells me she just can't get over how just styling them makes them look so natural. Like, it just makes them. Okay, so I'm gonna do the messy bun. I think we're just a few minutes over, but bear with me. I did want to share all these styles with you because I have been asked many times to do this, and please understand again why I don't like teaching on a block, because there's a lot of younger wig wearers that I have, and I have all ages, but I do work with a lot of young teenagers, and a lot of our teenagers do not have a block. They don't have a wig stand. They don't have all the accessories, and I don't want to make them feel like it's impossible to create the look if you don't have those tools, because you can. So this is our Angelica in Melted Plum. It is available in lace front, but this does not have lace. And the reason I'm sharing that is because, again, I don't want someone to feel that already has this wig. I don't want them to feel like it's impossible to do this. So I'm going to show you what it looks like in an updo. This is probably my favorite. Yes, it is my favorite color too. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we do this and you have to bear with me because I may be out of camera for I'm trying to do this without, but let's be real. The only way I can show you how to do this is if I tip my head over a little bit. So you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to show you how I'm doing this. I didn't want to, because it's a little bit awkward, but this is reality. This is the only way I could show you how I'm doing this. So what I'm doing, can you see me? I hope you can see me. So I'm just taking all my hair. And I always make sure here that I pull down like this. I kind of just wiggle. And I know that sounds funny, but the reason you do that is so that when you pull it up like this, when you pull down, you're not pulling the wig. Like it'll pop if you, it's kind of hard to understand that, but if you pull it too tight, then it's hard to control. And it is much easier on a mannequin. However, like I said, there's a lot of us that don't have a mannequin, so I will not teach how to do this on a mannequin. Okay, then I'm taking just, and again, please keep in mind, I keep pulling this down. And if you, in a minute, I'm going to show you, if you do the same thing all the way around, and I'm kind of just doing this to kind of loosen hair, there's baby hairs that pop out on the back. And please keep in mind, a messy bun is a messy bun. I don't want it to be perfect. I don't want it to be sleek. I want it to be a messy bun. And if you've seen on my Instagram, at Texas Wig Fairy, I've got hair it's like a messy bun. It's not sleek, it's not perfect, because I don't want it that way. On the second loop, I'm not going all the way through. And then I'm just taking this clip. This is just a regular clip. If you don't have anything, I suggest getting bling. Then here I'm just taking, and this is a little bit offset. It's not exactly where it's supposed to be, but I'm taking what fits the best on my head. And notice I have no pins. I haven't pinned it, and it's going to stay there. And then you can kind of play with this. This is Angelica. You could also, if you wanted to, you could just add a few accessories. I would highly suggest jewels in the back. But I just wanted to show you. Keep in mind that if you've never worn a messy bun like this, or if you've never worn a high bun, period, you have to keep in mind, you want to just check to make sure that all this is covered. And on this side, like on this side, you want to make sure that the adjustment is not coming out here. You can take more bang or less bang, or you could also create a different look. There's just so many different options you can do with this particular style, but I just absolutely love wearing Angelica in an updo like this. It is a little bit heavier when you pull it to the top, but just keep in mind, this is Angelica in Melted Plum. This is from our Noriko Collection. Isn't this a beautiful color? Isn't this just fun, fabulous hair? And then here, like, I know a lot, if you don't have bio hair, I totally understand. You can just take this hair and kind of just manipulate it there. Well, okay, again, thank you. I know so many of you have asked for me to do the updo. And again, I wanted to just say I wasn't ignoring you. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. It's just that I do not like teaching updos on a block or a mannequin, because would it be heavy? But the updo's pretty. It is not heavy. This is, however, a little bit heavier than the Jaden that I just took off. But however, yes, thank you so much. I believe this color combination is heavenly as well. I just absolutely, the other thing is, I've taken this and kind of pinned it like that. You can't really see the pin once it's in there because it's clear. Let me show you that again. This is just a clear bobby pin. And it just kind of, without having to cut into these bangs, it kind of just lifts them a little bit. Thank you. Most people don't feel like they can put their wigs up in a high bun like that. However, this is just the perfect piece to do that. And if you want to see other updos, please go to our YouTube channel. Alexander shows different looks with, I know it was a little bit awkward kind of bending my head over. However, let's be realistic. That's the only way to get this look without actually doing it on a mannequin. And it is one of my most favorite hairstyles to wear because people stop you and kind of ask. It just allures people. The color itself, you know, and the fact that it's a wig and it's in a high bun like that. So just keep that in mind. I want to thank you again. Please remember to subscribe, follow us, hit the notification button so that you'll know when we're going to go live again. And we do share these to our stories so you can view them later. So share the content. If you know someone who really needs the information, please share that. And again, I want to thank you for spending time with us this afternoon. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's at Texas Wig Fairy. Have a wonderful afternoon, and always remember to live big in your ROP wig. See you later.